Alright, so hi everyone, welcome back here on this channel. So for today's video, we are going to tackle about human resource or my plan for human resource in the next 5 to 10 years. So this is in completion for my PSYE2 or my strategic human resource management subject. And I chose on my task 1 the project base. So it says to record a video telling on how you can change the landscape of human resources in the next 5 to 10 years. So when talking about human resources, it's a very intriguing and a very important topic to tackle about, as it keeps the organization stand, maintain, progress, and perform. So in the next 5 to 10 years, there's really a lot of things to consider. The role of HR has completely transformed post-pandemic. How should HR professionals prepare for the future? Or what kind of HR jobs will be there in the future? So before diving in, so what does HR look like now? So that includes increase in outsourcing, change in core HR competencies, technology to manage remote employees, focus on industry adaptations. In the next 5 to 10 years, it is evident how technology would play a big part to the human resources, from selection, recruiting, training, development, and whatnot. I can change the landscape of human resources in the next 5 to 10 years in so many different ways. So first is remote work practices. With an increase in remote working, the new HR will have to adapt to the diverse work situation. Training and development practices will become much more personalized and available through remote devices. Slack and Microsoft Teams will be used to increase productivity and engagement. Remote work and HR tech will go hand in hand too. Second is the data and the AI, or the artificial intelligence. Probably one of the biggest trends that will change the shape of future HR. Despite the concerns that AI is going to replace humans, HR will largely benefit from this technology. Big data helps to increase the value and efficiency of the CHROs. Also, CH chatbots are becoming a vital part of the HR departments. They can analyze and organize people-centric data for seamless attendance management, payslip generation through conversational interfaces. Third is inclusive culture and gig economy. If you're not familiar with the term gig economy, it is the works on short-term contracts or freelancers as compared to the long-term jobs. So this is becoming increasingly rampant in every industry across the globe. Thus, HR will have to reevaluate its current practices to form a more inclusive and diverse culture. Fourth is people analytics. Global organizations are also now recognizing the need to apply data to evaluate recruiting methods, identify gaps in skill sets, assess demand and supply of talent, and a lot of organizations are now focusing on predictive analytics. HR no longer asks questions such as what happened and why it happened. HR is now shifting to answer questions such as what will happen. So people analytics technology and consumer experience intelligence is going to be at the forefront to boost business and customer impact. Fifth is employee experience. So it is no surprise that the future of HR does not depend on employee and user experience. Conventional employee engagement tools will be reimagined to make the employee experience a competitive advantage. Moreover, large-scale implementation of employee experience platform is correlated to the organizational business outcomes. Sixth would be focus on cybersecurity. I envision an HR with an increase in the use of data. Cybersecurity will be one of the major challenges for the future of HR. New cybersecurity and work-from-home policies will be formed to overcome issues such as data confidentiality and employee privacy. HR head KPIs will also change, as they will play more strategic roles when it comes to change management. so it will not be easily manipulated by the employees or such as the technology will progress in the future. Seventh is work from home leading to work from home anywhere. I believe that is how the HR, the future of HR in the next 5 to 10 years will be like. So the next generation of workers will not just log into their homes or HRMs from home, they will also be able to log in from anywhere. There's a revolution coming in the facilities and infrastructure domains that will enable solutions to a permanently mobile workforce. The eighth would be the absence of face time. It is undeniably true that in the next coming years, the absence of face time or face-to-face interaction will increase given with the technology that we have. Body language and our interpretation play a big part in communication. Remote working has now forced the absence of this critical signal to interpret intention. Unless handled carefully, this may lead to rise in misunderstandings and communication breakdowns. HR has to create policies that ensure communication best practices in the absence of visible body language. Any of the influences that will affect the coming years according to CIPD includes internal change, including business structures and processes. Next is the digital transformations, including innovations in technology. Next is changing demographic and D&I strategies involving improved equality. Next is diversifying employment relationship or involving flexibility and adaptability. Sustainability, purpose, and responsible business, including transparency and communication. According to a report from Deloitte, the future of human resources will not only impact the workforce, but will have an influence over the social and business front. They foresee several possible futures, but ideally for a more effective and efficient. The future of HR will look very different than the years past, especially 5 to 10 years. It's a big chunk and amount of years, and for sure in the next 5 to 10 years, hopefully I'm already graduate. And in the coming 5 to 10 years, for sure, HR would be in a massive improvement. And when I say in a massive improvement, it will come to a different variety or categories of improvements, which includes it will be more automotive. So the impact of digital transformations will allow HR professionals time to shift their energy to other facets of people capital management. Plus, ID will also grant HR another device for supporting staff when they have questions or need something taken care of. It would be more data-driven. Due to the advancement of AI and technology, HR will direct companies to a better road of success. As HR professionals upskill and master collecting and interpreting information, so to deliver insight to stakeholders, their contribution will be more focused on the impact they make and business outcomes. As David Green explores in his 2022 HR predictions and trends, organizations have continued to invest or will be continuing to invest in people analytics. Also, it would be more human focused. So employees have come to prefer to work for companies that show a genuine interest in their well-being and professional growth. The focus of HR will shift more to caring for the employees, with time reclaimed from AI and technology handling the administrative side of the job and knowledge obtained from data-backed insights. HR will be more influential over employee mental health, career development and training. It will become more agile and flexible too. Hybrid work is a proof on how HR shifted quickly to meet the needs of the new environment of work. So the focus will be continuing to support the unique needs of a staff working at different locations while continuing to monitor their work-life balance and mental health, as it is very important. Mental health is very important in the organization. So I want to focus on the mental health, given that it allows workers to be more productive, more efficient, and more functional in his or her line of work. So it will be more trustworthy and community building. Employees are wanting to work for a company that aligns with their core beliefs. Now more than ever, from the hard work of HR professionals, the future will see more transparency and open communication. So employees are aware of the common goals from a shared belief. Employees will have more of a sense of inclusion, enhancing their engagement with the organization. So with all the things tackled in this video, personally, I really want a human resource landscape in the next 5 to 10 years, and it's no longer toxic job for everyone, and it's more rewarding to be a human resource. And also, I want to see in the next 5 to 10 years if I can be able to change the landscape of human resources, is it would be more high technology management in the HR department, given with the advent of technology and the advancement of technology, where it plays a big role in the lives of many. I believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, we can utilize in its maximum potential the rise of technology. I want also to have more competent workers. In the next 5 to 10 years, it is no longer a problem in terms of choosing who the right people to be in the position, because people in the position should be knowledgeable, competent, and well-deserved that they can function in the job they are tasked to do. Also, more paperless. I want human resource landscape in the next 5 to 10 years to be more paperless, as it will encourage other companies to do the same, to save Mother Earth, to mitigate climate change, and also to save turtles. And also more engagement and appreciation to human resource personnel to boost their morale. As much as the HR is planning thoroughly to the well-being of others or the employees in the organization, they also need the activities and the boost in order to push them to do better, to work harder. Also, more open discussion and simple terms to be handed to employees, so they will have a chance to know the internal functions of HR. Also, we have to give a heads up to the employees that HR is not just about giving out all this long and complicated terms, means that there would be more simpler terms to be handed to different types of people, as we have different level of understanding and comprehension. I want everyone to be catered that everyone is deserving of knowing their contracts they are signing up to in order to avoid further conflicts. And lastly is a more mentally stable and just compensation for everyone. In the next 5 to 10 years, I believe, and I completely believe, that everyone is not settling for less. I want to be able to see a mentally stable employee, because a mentally stable employee will go further than anyone else. And everyone also to have a just compensation, as everyone deserves to work hard equally to the compensation that they are getting. So in the next 5 to 10 years, I am hoping to see that coming. And to end this, the best advice for HR leaders and decision makers of the day is to start implementing a foresight practice to build a future decision based on informed options and have a broader overview of the possible disruptions in the coming years. This way, organizations are ready for the future demands. And that's it for this video. I hope that you learned a lot of my plans or insights, or what I want to see, or how can I change the landscape of human resources in the next 5 to 10 years. I hope you had a productive time as much as I did, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you like it. Miss Ida, thank you so much. You're the best, and see you on my next video. Bye for now. Stay safe. Bye.